Let me teach you a secret the powerful have always known, but never spoken. Emotion is a leash, and every time you care, it tightens. The more you feel, the more you bleed. Because this world, it doesn't belong to the ones who love deeply. It belongs to those who can walk away without ever looking back. Caring is a currency, and the one who spends the least controls the market. The one who feels the least owns the room. You think love wins wars? Number detachment does. You think empathy earns respect? Number fear does. You want control? Kill the need to be understood. Burn the desire to be liked. Bury the urge to respond. Because the less you care, the more they do. This world doesn't belong to the loud, the kind, or the ones who love the hardest. It belongs to the one who feels the least and watches the most. The one who waits in silence while others speak from desperation. The one who knows care is weakness, because care is control handed over. Most people are slaves to emotion. They crave validation, acceptance, and they polish those chains like trophies. But the moment you detach, truly detach, you rise above them. Untouchable, ungovernable, unreadable. Control begins with mystery, and mystery is born from emotional distance. Care less, and you make them uncomfortable. They scramble to understand you. They fear losing you. They chase you. You stop chasing, and they follow. You stop talking, and they lean in. You stop reacting, and you start commanding. So here's the truth your world won't dare whisper. If you want to rule, never let your heart beat louder than your strategy. The man who cares more is always at the mercy of the one who cares less. Because emotion is leverage. Pulled, twisted, weaponized. The man who needs nothing, he cannot be seduced. He cannot be guilted. He cannot be played. That is power. So what do? Withdraw, but not fully. Stay close enough to tempt, far enough to torment. Give just enough warmth to ignite interest, then freeze. Make your presence rare. Make your silence deafening. Let others project their fantasies onto you. Then watch them fall apart chasing a dream you never promised. They'll call you cruel. Let them. They'll call you cold. Smile. They'll say you lack empathy. Good, because the lion does not pity the lamb, and the storm does not apologize for drowning the weak. Power, real power, is never earned by being loved. It is taken by being feared, desired, and never fully known. When you care too much, your enemies can smell it. They know where to strike, how to guilt you, bait you, make you chase closure, make you over-explain, over-give, over-bleed. But when you care less, they panic, they spiral, they beg, and in that chaos, they show their hand, while you keep yours close to your chest. This is not a game of morality. It's a game of dominance. Detachment is not apathy. It is strategic indifference. You still see, you still think, but you do not attach. You don't overinvest. You never place your power in someone else's pocket. Because when you're indifferent, you become unpredictable. And when you're unpredictable, you become dangerous. And danger is seductive. It commands respect. It makes people obey. It makes them afraid to lose you. So don't chase. Don't explain. Don't justify. Stand still. Let them come to you, because the one who cares less doesn't just survive. He dominates. And if you still doubt it, remember this. Kings aren't crowned for compassion. They're crowned for control. And control is born in indifference. Emotional detachment isn't coldness. It's calculation. Not the absence of feeling, but the domination of it, while the masses drown in their reactions. The powerful man stands still, unmoved, unreadable, untouchable, because when you care too much, you leak your strategy. You show your weakness. You reveal what matters. And once that truth leaves your lips, it becomes a weapon in someone else's hand. The manipulator doesn't smile because you're strong. He smiles because you're transparent. And predictable men are controllable. The battlefield of life doesn't reward emotional honesty. It rewards the art of concealment. You think they respect your vulnerability? No, they store it. You think they admire your openness? No, they study it. Every confession, every outburst, is not insight into your soul. It's intel on how to break you. But the one who cares less, he sets the pace. He decides when to engage, when to withdraw, when to destroy, because nothing can be used against the man who stays unreadable. Learn this. Respond, don't react. The masses react to everything, to praise, to insults, to silence. But reaction is slavery. The powerful man calculates. He sees the insult, doesn't flinch. He hears the lie, doesn't correct it. He feels the chaos, remains still. And that stillness? It unnerves people. It creates distance. And distance is power. It forces others to step toward you, while you never move from center, in love, in business, in politics. The law is the same. The less you invest emotionally, the more leverage you hold. If they cry and you stay calm, they spiral. If they rage and you stay silent, they break. If they ignore you and you don't chase, they question their worth. Your calmness is your edge. Your stillness is your strength. You are not heartless. You are selective. Most people are desperate to connect, to explain, to be seen. But the man of power, he withholds. He speaks less, listens more, and allows discomfort to work in his favor. Because silence is a weapon. Indifference is a fortress. And detachment is strategy. These aren't traits of a weak man. They're the tools of rulers, of conquerors, of kings. People chase what they can't have. They respect what doesn't beg. They obey what they cannot predict. When you become emotionally economical, when your reactions are no longer free, you become enigmatic. And the enigmatic man is dangerous, because no one knows where to aim. Look around you. The most respected men aren't the loudest. They're reserved. They say less. They smile less. They care less. And that very absence of emotional need turns them into a center of gravity. Others revolve around them. The weak orbit the strong, hoping for validation. But the man who masters detachment, he never orbits. He pulls others into his world and remains untouched by theirs. They'll try to shame you for this. They'll say you're distant, cold, emotionless. Let them. Their criticism is proof you're becoming powerful, because the weak man's emotions are his leash. But yours are weapons, drawn only when necessary and never wasted. In a world desperate for attention, the one who withholds it controls it. They'll call it apathy, indifference, coldness. But what they fail to grasp is that detachment is the throne where power sits. The man who learns to care less is not heartless. He is focused, strategic, immune to the chaos of emotional puppeteers. Let them feel. Let them bleed. You watch. Watch how easily people are controlled when their hearts override their minds. You want to know who holds the power in any room? It's not the loudest. It's not the one begging for praise or comfort. It's the one who doesn't flinch when others panic. The one who doesn't chase when others withdraw. The one who stays still while others beg. That man is untouchable. That man leads. And to lead, you must silence the need to be accepted. Because when you care too much, you expose your weakness. You give away your peace. And once they sense it, they own you. like a puppet on strings. You dance to their tune. But the man who doesn't react, who walks away instead of arguing, he rewrites the script. He becomes the storm no one can predict. Most men don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they seek affection. They want to be liked, understood, forgiven. Fools. These are luxuries, not necessities. Power isn't earned through kindness. It's earned through silence, through mystery, through never showing the world what rattles you. To care less is not to abandon humanity. It is to control your own. Imagine two warriors. One fights for glory, the other for survival. Who do you think is more dangerous? The one fighting to impress dies first. The one with nothing to prove outlives them all. Your life is that battlefield, and applause, it means nothing. Victory is only real when it's earned in solitude. Detachment is not a lack of emotion. It's the presence of discipline. Emotional control is not weakness. It's weaponry. You may feel, you may care, but never let them see it. Your woman may leave. Your friend may betray you. Your rivals may plot against you. You will not flinch. You will not weep. You will nod and move forward. Because the silence you wield terrifies them more than 1,000 screams. There's something haunting about a man who doesn't react. In a world addicted to drama, noise, and validation, he becomes the ghost in the room. They'll try to provoke you, just to prove they matter. Deny them that privilege. When they insult you, smile. When they threaten, blink. When they beg for a reaction, give them nothing. This is how the truly powerful speak. Through silence. To be feared is simple. To be loved is beautiful. But to be respected without raising your voice, that is art. That is detachment. The man who can walk away from anything, wealth, love, reputation, becomes the man everyone chases. Because his power isn't in his hands. It's in his mind. So stop caring who likes you. Start caring who fears losing your presence. Stop chasing apologies, closure, or understanding. Start mastering your calm. Your indifference under pressure, your silence in betrayal. That is power. That is control. And in this world, the one who controls more wins. The one who cares less reigns. Now, let's talk about your greatest test. Relationships. Romantic, familial, social. This is where even powerful men fall. Not on the battlefield, but in the bedroom. Not by sword, but by soft voices and illusions of love. You think love is pure? Think again. Love is war-wearing perfume. And in love, the one who cares less wins. They'll teach you to give your heart, to be vulnerable, to communicate. These are not strategies. They are traps. Because in every relationship, someone holds the leash, and it's never the one who shows their cards first. The one who waits, who observes, who does not confess until necessary. He is the one who dictates the pace. You must be that man. Master emotional distance, even when your body is close. You can't be manipulated if you don't need them. That is the golden law. Dependency breeds weakness, whether it's love, validation, or attention. Once you need it, you've lost the war. This is how they control you. Sweet words, temporary affection, promises of permanence. And when you believe them, they own you. But the man who cares less, who knows love can be a weapon, he stays in power. He walks if he must. And when he walks, they break. Your strength lies in your ability to say no, not just to your enemies, but to those you care about. They will test you. They'll ask for sacrifices, compromises, little pieces of your soul in exchange for peace. Decline, with elegance, with calm, but decline. You were not born to serve someone else's comfort. You were born to rule your own reality. And if that makes you cold, so be it. Ice is harder than fire. Consider the serpent. It does not roar. It does not chase. It waits. It strikes only when it must. You must be like the serpent in your personal life. Quiet, calculating, unreadable. Do not over-explain. Do not justify your absence, your silence, your ambition. The more they understand you, the easier you are to manipulate. Remain a mystery, even to those closest to you. And when you are betrayed, as you inevitably will be, show no reaction. They expect rage. They expect begging. They expect fighting, spiraling. Deny them that satisfaction. Say nothing. Walk away. That silence will haunt them longer than your anger ever could. True power is not revenge. It is indifference. Revenge is emotional reaction. Indifference is divine judgment. When others are driven by their hearts, you must be guided by your mind. That is how you stay 10 steps ahead. Emotions make people impulsive, desperate, predictable. But you will not chase closure. You will not seek validation. You will not explain your value. You will simply exist, unbothered, unattached, untouchable. This is not cruelty. It is survival. Stop romanticizing connection. Connection is a tool. Use it. Don't worship it. Be capable of love, yes, but only from a position of power. Give affection, not your core. Be kind, but never available. Listen, but never reveal. Because the moment they feel they have access to your soul, they will shape it for their benefit. You must become a fortress, strong on the outside, empty on the inside, impenetrable, detached. Your worth is not in pleasing others. It's in refusing to be controlled by them. When people realize they cannot mold you, that you're unmovable, they will do one of two things: fear you or worship you. Both are acceptable. So let this be your creed. Never let love make you weak. Never let friendships dull your blade. Never let anyone's tears pull you from your path. You are not a therapist. You are not a savior. You are a strategist. And in the grand game of power, those who remain emotionally neutral dominate those drowned in sentiment. Remember, the man who cares less is never lost, because he is never attached. The one who cannot be owned cannot be broken. Control is not granted. It is taken. And it is taken not by those who shout the loudest, nor by those begging to be understood, but by the one who remains silent while others scream, the man who can walk away without flinching, who can starve his own emotions while the world feeds him poison wrapped in affection. They will call you arrogant, unreachable, cold. Let them. Weak men need warmth to function. Powerful men radiate fire from within. They don't seek comfort. They create tension. They do not submit to the need for closure, reassurance, or approval. They write their own narrative, and in it, they are always in control. Do you understand now why the one who cares less wins? Because he refuses to let his inner world be dictated by outside circumstances. The storm may rage outside, but inside he is calm, focused, untouched. That is what makes people fear him. He cannot be moved. Look closely at those who command respect. They're not chasing connection. They're too rare to reach, too disciplined to be dragged into emotional games. They are not mirrors. They are walls. You don't look into them. You crash into them. Here's the brutal paradox. When you care less, people care more. They are magnetized by your silence. They chase your attention. They obsess over your indifference. Why? Because most people are addicted to being needed. They crave the feeling of importance. When you strip them of that illusion, they spiral. They try harder. They give more. But you don't move. You let them exhaust themselves in your orbit, while you remain centered, powerful, and free. Freedom is the ultimate power, and to achieve it, you must be emotionally sovereign. No one should be able to trigger you, bait you, or manipulate you. Your detachment is your armor. Your ability to walk away is your sword. Your silence is your crown. Stop explaining yourself. Stop seeking understanding. Stop justifying your ambition, your distance, your discipline. Most won't understand you because they're not meant to. Let them gossip. Let them doubt. Let them misunderstand. You weren't born to be liked. You were born to be respected. Control isn't just about others. It's about you. Can you delay gratification? Can you say no when everyone expects yes? Can you choose power over pleasure? Discipline over chaos? Your future over their opinions? If you can, you don't just win. You dominate. Detachment isn't emptiness. It's intelligence. It's the realization nothing is permanent, neither their love nor their hate. You don't ride their emotional roller coasters. You build your empire on still ground. Let others react. You respond. Let others chase. You choose. Let others beg. You walk. Be the one who cares less, not because you're bitter, but because you're focused, because you've seen what caring too much does. It weakens, it blinds, it chains, and you were never meant to be anyone's slave, not even to your own emotions. So rise above, detach, observe, control. This is the Machiavellian way. Ruthless, calculated, supreme. If this message burned through your illusions, if it lit something cold and sharp inside you, subscribe if you're ready to stop being manipulated, dominated, and pulled like a puppet. Like the video. Share it with someone who still believes caring too much is a virtue, because power doesn't beg. Power doesn't chase. Power watches. Power chooses. And power always, always cares less.